Good evening. How are you doing? Good. I'm so glad you've come back. I have your strings all ready to go. Yes, it took quite a while to fashion them. They are magic, but it is a very tedious process, if you will. So I have to make sure that they are just right. Yes. I'm sorry? You're feeling rather stiff lately. Yes, that is my doing. That's just to ensure that you are fully committed to your transformation into a puppet. Yes. Yeah, just a little trial run. Kind of getting your feet wet, introducing you to the idea of not being able to move on your own, but also to ensure that you come back and see me. Yes. Wouldn't want you skipping out on me now, would we? No. Not after I've done all of this work for you. For nothing. Yes. Yes, sure. You will still be able to speak. Yes, but that's pretty much the only thing that you'll be able to do on your own. Well, I'm just going to verify a couple of measurements very quickly and compare them. Make sure that everything is the same. And then I'm going to start sewing the strings. Yes, and I will do that by hand. Again, very, very tedious process. I like to make sure that it is done just right. Yes. Let me just, again, verify a couple of those very, very important measurements. And just hold still for me. Beautiful. Yes. Can I see your arm, please? Thank you. Okay. Your other arm. Okay, your torso. Perfect. Leg. Yes, you are getting a little bit stiff, aren't you? Quite a bit, yeah. I work fast. Okay. The measurements seem to all check out. So I say we start on some of the sewing. Did you have any additional questions for me? I was curious how your father Geppetto is feeling about all of this. I know he's planning on being your puppet master. Is that still the case? Yes. He is. Oh, that's fantastic. Yes. Well, let's get started, and I'll get into a little bit more of how the rest of this is going to go once we've started attaching the strings. Okay. Right, so some of these are differently colored because they are differently enchanted. So this one is a black string. I'm going to use this for parts of the face, which is where we're going to start. Okay? Sure. If you could just close your eyes. Yes. All of the strings will turn white. But for now, they are differently colored based on enchantment. and remember which strings belong where. Yes. Very, very important. No, it doesn't hurt. It tickles a bit, if anything. Again, you're already getting a bit stiff, so feeling is starting to diminish. Yes, that's another reason why I do that. Yes. If you could just keep your face still, we can speak in a moment. Yes. Each individual string will not be pulled, but they will connect to larger groups of strings. So we're going to put many in your arms, but we're not going to have Geppetto, your father and puppet master, manipulate 20 or 30 strings to move your arm. Some of them will be connected, they will be grouped together, and they will move different parts of your arm, so it will seem a bit flowy and natural in the way that you move, but there will be nothing flowy or natural about it. Right. You will be completely under the control of Geppetto. Yes, Geppetto. I'm curious. I'd like to speak to Geppetto myself, just to kind of go over some things. Yes, go over some things. Make sure that he's really in this for you, and not for any selfish reason. And just to, really convey the importance of the task that he is about to partake in, and the job that he's about to have. I just want to express the importance to him, and I'm sure that he already knows how serious this is for you. But I always like to talk to the planned puppet masters, just to make sure that we're all on the same page, if you will. Yes, as far as payment, I can speak to your father about that. But don't worry, my fees are, I believe, fairly reasonable for the services provided. And I think Geppetto will feel the same way. Yes. Okay, I'm going to continue with some white string. And I'm going to start working on your body. Just light pressure here. Yes. I take a lot of pride in my work, and I view all of my clients as family, children almost, or nieces and nephews. And I have been a puppet master myself many, many times, and I just like to mama bear the situation and make sure that my puppets are in very good hands, because I do spend quite a lot of time, quite a lot of effort, quite a lot of energy and magic, making sure that you all are perfect. lot in my eyes. And I just want to make sure that you are both appreciated and treated the way that you should be as the masterpiece that you are. Yes. Yes, if you could supply me with some information on how I will be able to get in contact with Geppetto. Yes. And then a left at the creek, you said? Sure. Yes. No, you will not be able to convey any messages because I guess I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but you're going to be here for a little while because the strings don't take immediately. The spell that I put on you to stiffen your body is the spell that will completely stiffen your body. But again, as you've noticed, it is slow acting. So I need you here while the spell completes its transformation because I need to monitor you and make sure that you don't pull out or damage your strings in any way. Because if you damage your strings or they move during the stiffening process, they will not heal, if you will, correctly, and you will not be able to be controlled properly if your strings don't function quite like they should. So I need to keep you here for observation until you are fully stiffened and your strings have fully settled into their final place for you to then be controlled, if you will. I'm going to get another string here. So it's a gorgeous royal blue, if you can see that. They're very, very small. Thinly spun, many enchantments. Yes. This one is a bit thicker. Yes. Yes, I will go see Geppetto on my own because again you will be unable to move for a while. So I will go speak to him and make sure we are all on the same page. Yes. We wouldn't want anyone to not have your best interest at heart, now would we? Of course. And again, we can discuss payment, Geppetto and I. You shouldn't worry your pretty little head about that. We will work something out, I'm sure. No, not money, dear. I have no use for money. I have magic. Yes. I'm sure that your father and I will work something out. I've never met a person that I couldn't make a deal with. I'm very reasonable in my requests, I believe. And like I said, I feel that my prices are fair. do have some tissues here. Your circulatory system is still functioning a little bit. So there are little pricks. Just making sure that we don't contaminate the string, and that each time the string enters your skin, it is fresh and clean for the enchantments to work on you. We want everything to go as smoothly as possible. And I have one final color here. It's a pale gold color, if you can see that. I know it's hard for your eyes to focus on their own. Don't worry, things will get a little bit harder before they get easier, but I assure you, they will get easier. They will get much easier, and you will be at your puppet master's every beck and call. You will have no power, no decisions to make. It's very freeing in a way. Some people feel it's confining. I envy people like you who are so brave enough to want to put their lives in the hands of someone else. It's very noble. Also makes your life much more simple. much simpler. Yes. So once we're done here, which we are almost finished, I will place you on my wall. I have a spot for new puppets to transition into puppet life while your strings settle and your muscles harden. And you'll be there for a little while, maybe a week or so, which in puppet life is moments, fleeting moments you'll hardly remember. And then I will pay a visit to your very honorable father, Geppetto. Have a discussion with him and see what we can work out. Yes. And as soon as you are ready to go, I will turn you over to Geppetto, provided that's still an option. I mean, provided that's what he wants and what you want still. Yes. Yes. Last few here. Are you excited? I won't tie them together yet. I will let them settle and heal and solidify in their final place before we group them together by muscle group, if you will. And at that point, we'll tie them together. And start getting your puppet life going. And last one. Final stitch. You are now on your way to being a full-blown puppet. I hope you are as excited as I am. I cannot wait. Overjoyed with the fun we're going to have, that you and Geppetto are going to have with your new life. Yes. So I'll let you sit there for just a moment, and then I'll place you on a nice spot I have chosen on the wall. Yes. Yes. And from there, I will go pay Geppetto a nice, friendly visit, and we'll have a little chat. But take your time, sit there for just a moment, and I will come and get you. Okay? Yes. I'm very excited for you. Yes. Yes, well, I will be right back, okay?